All right, loves, I hit record and we're ready.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm leading the pack tonight because I volunteered for it because I love all of you. All right, my name is Brooke Spurling, and I am the CEO of Team Made to Love. Officially, my name is Made to Love, LLC, because I like to be pretty special. But anyways, I have a few girls on the team that are here tonight, and we are going to do this call Jimmy Fallon style. I don't know if you know what that's like, but we're not going to take it too serious. And the reason is because this business isn't it's a serious business, but it's not a serious business. And if you are able to have fun and take it lightly and move through the motions and do the things that you're supposed to do and have fun with it, you will never quit. And so we want to give you that energy. We want to give you that idea, because every single day that you wake up and you jump into this, it needs to be fun for you. So throw off whatever's behind you. Don't feel stressed about this. If we're moving too fast for you, you can hit the chat button and ask a question, and we'll get back to you, hopefully. So we're going to do a couple of things in here on this call, and we should probably do this like once a month so we can get new coaches in and just throw out some things and, get our coaches to jump in and join us and just keep growing, because this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so I'll start with me first, and we're all going to share our story just a little bit, just so you can really, really know who we are and where we're coming from, because it can be easy to look at us diamonds and think, oh, diamonds, they tell us to do this, they tell us to do that, and they don't really know how I feel, because they have forgotten where they've come from. They've forgotten the beginning. They've forgotten how hard this is. They've forgotten how confusing it is. So we're going to school you on that tonight, because we do remember, and it doesn't ever change. Okay, so I joined on October 3rd. I signed up with Kelly on October 3rd, 2012. I did not start officially working the business till January of that following year. So I did not make Emerald until April of that year. I didn't really know what that meant. I didn't know what I was doing. I honestly just wanted to have fun. I loved the products. I was sold on the products. I had been doing the products in my home for a while, and I saw better results with Beachbody products than I saw with going to the gym. The thing that I was missing in my first few months were getting probably the business skills that I needed. And it wasn't until my husband sat down and talked to me and with his beautiful MBA and said, let me explain some things to you. And once those dots connected in my brain, I was like rolling with it, just because it wasn't about money for me. It was just about having an identity outside of my kids. And I loved that feeling of doing something special that served people and helped people. And the tiny bit of feminist in me, I love to help women do something that's greater outside of being a mom. While being a mom is pretty darn special, it's fun to do something outside of your kids that makes you feel special just as much. And, being a part of something that changes the world around us. So that is my story in a nutshell, because, a lot of people can look at me and think, oh, crazy Brooke. And I am a little bit crazy, and I don't take a lot of things too serious, and I don't get stressed out on certain things. So I am really just in it because I have fun, and I am addicted to learning. I'm addicted to personal development, and I love growing and connecting in that way with people. So that is me, and that most of my coaches know that about me. And I give them a lot of tough love, and they still love me for it, I hope. But it's, it's a day-to-day basis for me on how I keep going in this business. I take one day at a time. So I will turn it over to Sara. It's your turn.
Okay. So coaches are real people. I'm eating pizza and drinking wine as we go. So, I still enjoy myself.
Balance.
But I will say that I've been a coach technically since September 14th, 2014. I was actually like doing the math today, and I couldn't believe like what my life was like then. But I don't consider like my start date until January 10th, 2015. And the reason for that is because that was the day that I was asked to be on my first Team Cup team. And that is where my business completely took off the minute I joined that Team Cup team. And it wasn't the minute Team Cup started, because that was February 1st. It was the minute I joined that team. So the 10th or whatever that was. I was, prior to joining Beachbody, actually when I joined Beachbody as a coach, I was a client first. And I didn't drink Shakeology as a client, I was that client. And when I joined as a coach, I was a full-time retail store manager. And I was working like 45 to 50 hours a week, commuting an hour and a half a day. I had 2 puppies at home. My husband was working 5 days a week, traveling. So he wasn't home with me, and life was pretty crazy. So when people tell me like I have no time, literally my day was come home, leave work, bust out the door from work, drive home, clean up the mess my puppies had made when I was gone, let them out, start dinner, and hop on a team call. Like, it was my priority to be there, and I made it that from day one. I didn't really hit the ground running with coaching at that moment, but somebody told me to show up to a team call, and I freaking showed up because that was what I signed up for, right? So when I joined that Team Cup, I hit the ground running. In January of 2015, since then I haven't missed a month of Success Club, and it's just about surrounding yourself with really good people, finding the successful people that you see around you and wanting to breed off of them, and absorbing and taking in every single opportunity you can. Every single person that knows me knows that my biggest piece of advice is to be a sponge. If there's a group to join it. If there's a call to get on, be a part of it. If someone offers you an opportunity to be part of this, you take it. And that's it. And that's how you grow. And that's how eventually you sit as a part of like a coach panel, which like, who am I to answer any of these questions? It's crazy to me, but super, super fun. And I love Brooke and Corri and Tanner. So you guys all have a piece of my heart, and I'm super excited to be here. So that's a bit of me. And I'm a fur mom and a wife, and I live in Ohio right now. And that's it. Okay, Corri, go ahead.
Okay, so I have been a coach. It'll be 5 years in May. So I signed up in May 15th of 2012. I actually started as a client first as well, but I was the person who wouldn't buy the challenge pack and wouldn't buy the program because I was already living paycheck to paycheck, and I didn't know if it was going to work or if it was just going to be one of those things that I would do for a little bit and then not do. So I actually had a burnt copy of P90X that I got in November of 2011, and my husband and I tried to start it a couple times, and we would quit, and we would get sore, we would be busy, the baby would keep me up, whatever. Like, we had a 1-year-old at the time, and I would find every excuse in the book, and we tried starting like 3 different times. And in January of 2012, we committed to it and stuck with it. And in May of 2012, I enrolled to be a coach. And I did not hit the ground running either. I just kind of did it for the discount because I fell in love with Shakeology. Kelly had given me a couple packets of that. I think I won she was just kind of starting, and I think I won like a giveaway or something that she did on Facebook, and it was like 7 packets of Shakeology. Mind you, that was the chocolate back before they reformulated it. And I mean, I thought it was good, but it's nowhere what it is now. You know, it wasn't as good as it is now for sure. But I fell in love with it because one, P90X was working really, really well for me. I was feeling really good. At this point, I had lost like over 30 pounds. And the Shakeology, I was actually waking up before my alarm. And for me, that was huge because I love to sleep. And having an 18-month-old baby at the time, I really loved to sleep because he wasn't always consistent with sleeping. So I was a firm believer in the products, and it was obviously working for my husband and I. And we enrolled to be coaches. I went enrolled pretty quickly, but then I just kind of fizzled. I really wasn't sure what to do. We had nowhere near the systems that we have now. We didn't have the team leadership that we have now. Beachbody didn't have any of the coach trainings or any of that information when we first started, you guys. So it was like literally the blind leading the blind and trying to figure out what works. And like, you'd get frustrated. Like, if you want to talk about being frustrated and hearing no's and not knowing how to word things and word vomiting on people and putting your freaking Beachbody link all over your Facebook page, hello. I still get in Time Hop. Do you girls love? I love Time Hop because I'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I actually posted that on social media. I would kill my girls if they did that now because it was that bad. So I actually became pregnant in July of that year. So I wasn't real great with my workouts, and I just kind of like was just going through the motions. You know, I really didn't know what I was doing. So I didn't really actually consistently start working my business until about 18 months after I signed up. So it would have been like this time of year in 2013. And that very quickly started to pay off because then I started hitting Success Club in December of that year. And it's been 33 months since then. So there's a lot that you can learn. There's a lot of ups and downs in the business, but I can tell you that there's still moments that I go through struggles myself still, even as a diamond and being a leader of a strong team. But if you keep diving into your personal development, it's going to help you to keep pushing for your dreams. And it has been just being with these girls and being in the community is huge for me. It's not I mean, the money is nice, and yes, it has significantly helped our family, but really my journey is more about helping to inspire other women to fulfill their passion, feel fulfilled, to have that purpose outside of being a mom, because like Brooke said, being a mom is incredible. But it can also be draining at times, and it can be challenging, and to have that something else to help fill your cup, to have that release that you can have, you know, you've helped somebody and you've helped to inspire them is really an incredible feeling. So that's really what it is for me, is to see other people be fulfilled and be inspired with their own journey. So I guess it's up to you, Tanner.
All right, awesome. So first of all, Sara, that was not your first Team Cup team. That was your second one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. First Team Cup team.
How could I forget?
Team Sara and Tanner, and we sucked. But anyway.
Well, okay, wait. So
actually, you sucked, but anyway.
Shut up. So anyway, that was a fall classic. So it was my first Team Cup team.
It's all called Team Cup. Anyway, moving on. Wasting time. I was upset that you said that. So I have been a coach for a little over 2 years now. I was a client first. I actually did Insanity a couple years prior in my tiny college apartment. Me and my 3 roommates, we piled our money together and we bought it on Amazon. So yeah, I'm pretty not proud of that because I don't share that much. And then I was even bad that I gave it to my basketball coach and I let him illegally copy the whole program of Insanity for our entire basketball team as well. And I did the same thing for my brother. So I was like the client that you would have hated. But I didn't know about the coaching opportunity. I just know that I loved fitness. And so from there, I became a personal trainer, got into CrossFit, and just really dove into health and fitness. Well, I remember there was one day that I moved down to Oklahoma, and I was sitting there talking to Chaz, and I was like, is this it? Like, do I really have to work this much? I thought that this was a field I was going to love, and it's not. And that very next day, I saw April, my now coach, posting on Instagram about how she was going to quit her job and all this crazy stuff to work at home. And so I was like, I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know if this is legit. I don't even know if I can do this, but I have to give it a shot. So put my challenge pack on a credit card, and I made it my mission to pay that off in the first month. And so I really took off those first 3 months, got a Success Starter ticket, hit Success Club, and then I completely wore out of my warm market, and I started to struggle as a coach. So about January of 2015, I was pretty up and down. I thought that I knew that I really wanted to do this, but I just didn't know how to get past that hump. And so I was still hitting Success Club, and I'm still mad about this. Out of the 25 months I've been a coach, I missed Success Club 1 month. But anyway, moving on from that. So like everyone always talks about aha moments. And I've had about 3 as a coach. And I made it my goal to hit diamond. I knew that was going to get me to the next place in my business. And then I started seeing all the other girls on the team hit diamond. I saw Sara hit diamond. I saw, I think it was Melissa, Angela, who else? I don't even know, Danny, everybody. All those were diamond. And then I went to Summit. And they all hit diamond like right before Summit, I think. And I show up, and I am Emerald, didn't really know anybody. And I remember being so pissed that everyone else was diamond, and they got these cool little bags, and I wasn't, and I was mad. And I get motivated by competition.
Me too.
And so best believe when I came home from Summit, like that was an aha moment for me. I joined a Dash to Diamond group, and I literally hit diamond in a month. And so from there, I held my diamond. I really just kind of held it for April so she could hit her 5-star qualification. We just did the best we could, and then come January, I dropped my diamond. So what I mean by that is I was diamond, but I wasn't a strong diamond. There's a difference between the two. I built my business to diamond, and then I just kind of stopped. And so my second aha moment was about in April of sorry. I had another aha moment after that. I was not doing any of the Beachbody programs up until about December of this last year. And so I was doing CrossFit, was doing my own thing, didn't think that it was important to be a product of the product. And I ended up having a surgery done, and then I couldn't go back to CrossFit. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll try this hammer and chisel thing out. Did it. I got better results doing that than any of the other programs or any other program I'd done outside of Beachbody. And I documented my journey along the way, and my business really took off from there. Really became a strong diamond, started doing a lot better with the business, and I was sold. And I ended up quitting my CrossFit job, and now I only do Beachbody programs because I believe that much in them. And so my last aha moment was, okay, so I was a strong diamond, and I was like, I wanted to be able to quit my jobs. I wanted to be a full-time coach, but I was not making enough in Beachbody to do that. And so I started to figure out, okay, well, how can I get there? I wasn't really motivated to get there. I wasn't really doing everything I needed to do. And one of my friends offered me a job at a bank, and I didn't really tell a lot of people this, but I interviewed for it because we just weren't making enough money. Went to the interview, and I actually got the job. They offered it to me, and I remember when they offered it to me, I had to hang up because I started crying because I was like, oh shit, I'm going to have to go to work. I'm going to have to dress up, and I'm going to have to go to work every day. And I looked at Chaz, and I was like, I just can't do this. And he said, you need to make Beachbody. You need to make Beachbody work. And so I called them back. I said, I can't do this. I can't take the job. And from about April of this year and on, I have poured everything into Beachbody. I was able to quit those jobs last month, and I have been all in ever since. And so I guess with my really long story, all that I'm trying to share with you guys is some of you may have one aha moment. Some of you may have many along the way. But all I can tell you is to stick it out. Whether you think you're going to be good at this or not, whether you're seeing a ton of success or not, whether you want to make this your full-time job or not, if you love this, if you find any enjoyment in it at all, if you make an extra $5, an extra $500 with this, stick it out. Because just because you're not where you want to be right now and you haven't hit that point yet, there will come a point in this business and a point in your life where you do hit that. And it will hit you like a ton of bricks, and you will grow from it. So that's all I want to say. I know that took like way longer, but sorry, Brooke. Go ahead, guys.
Okay, we have been given questions from our beautiful coaches, and we're just going to throw them out because I hope you have your notepads ready and that you can write down the question. I'll give you like 2 seconds, literally, to write down the question before I answer it.
This is so good. I'm so excited for this. I have not prepped at all, so whatever you get is genuine off the heart.
All right. This question is coming from Julie. What is the best advice for placement? The best advice for placement for me is for you to look at your legs every single time you place someone. This means going into your graphical genealogy, your sponsorship drill down, and looking at your legs. And if you're on your mobile phone, and we now have a mobile viewing on, if you go on your iPhone or your Samsung, and you can go all the way down to the bottom, click to see the desktop version, go to your sponsorship drill down, turn it to the side, and take a snapshot of it. That way you can study it, you can look at it. If you're upline coach, for my coaches, I have them send me that when they are placing their coaches so that I can say, okay, look at your volume on this side, look at your volume on this side. We need a coach on this side right now, like now. So this is where you're going to place them. So for me, it's a case-by-case placement. Even for myself, I look at my legs, I look at my volume, because it can change from day to day to day. And when you are trying to, number one, I do placement for making money as soon as you can. So it's not always about getting to diamond. It's about making the most money that you can right now, today, for your next paycheck. And then when we get you to diamond, then the idea is to keep you at diamond and then to keep you also making money. So it's a balance in that.
Okay, I'm going to start a stopwatch every time we go, because we promised we would only give 30-second answers on these questions.
How did I do?
And we want to, I don't know. I didn't do, I'm going to start not with you. So I'm going to start it, and I'll give you a 10-second warning, and you can wrap up, and then we're going to move on. So we can answer as many questions as possible. Okay, this is fun. Okay.
Okay. This question is coming from, what was her name? Oh, Andrea. What is the best way to find people in your target market that aren't already coaches or in another network marketing company? Got that? All right. The best way to find people that are in your target market is to go off of your brands. If you have branded yourself in one way or another, branding is a term that you can use, and it's kind of a beautiful thing to brand yourself, to take yourself out of it. So if you like coffee, if you like dogs, if you like clean eating, you're looking for people in that brand. And you're going to weed people out in that way by looking at the things that you have in common. That's how you find people.
That is all.
If they're coaches, obviously talk to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Brooke. I mean, Jimmy.
Go ahead, Sarah.
What am I going?
Oh, do a couple more. Do you do 2 questions?
I don't have questions in front of me. You're the moderator here.
Yeah, you're supposed to ask the questions, and then we
all answer.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me get that answered. All right. Let me pull it up. Sorry, guys. Okay. This question is coming from Julie.
Julie. Wow, she has a lot to say.
She is like on it. What is the one thing that you would have done different as a new coach?
Ooh. Go ahead, Tanner.
Oh, God. One thing I would have done differently as a new coach. I would have plugged into the team a lot quicker. I didn't hop on a team call till I was a coach for like a year. Shame on me. And I also would have been a product of the product from day one as well. Both of those would have made my success as a coach
10 seconds
easier in the beginning, and would have saved a lot of heartache. So product to the product, plug into the team. I would have done that from the very beginning.
Thank you, Miss Kansas. Corri, go on.
Okay, this question is coming from
Brooke, wait, hold on. Do you know the rules here? We each get 30 seconds to answer the question.
Well, did she not answer it?
No.
This game show is not.
No, okay, so we're all supposed to get 30 seconds to answer.
Yes, each question.
Yeah, she did answer it, right?
No, okay.
All of them, though.
Now Sarah's going to answer the same question. Ready?
Oh!
Go, Sarah.
Go, Sarah.
Okay. Thank you. Tonight I am wearing, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so my best advice to new coaches or things I would have done differently is I would have applied personal development right away instead of being like too prideful to do it, because I was like, I don't need that. I'm very well rounded. I'm down to earth, whatever. And the other thing that I would have done differently, I would have added to my contacts every day 5 or more people. That's it, 30 seconds. Corri?
Yeah, so I totally agree. Personal development is something I put off, and adding to my list because I had 1,000 friends on Facebook and social media, so I didn't need to do that. So definitely adding to my list, diving into personal development. But my biggest thing is just start doing. Like, you will learn as you go and you will find your voice, but you have to take action. If you just keep absorbing everything but never take
10
action,
seconds.
then you're not using the tools that you're learning. So just start doing and learn.
Okay, Brooke.
Okay.
Brooke,
what
wait,
I,
this is,
You
okay.
answer, Brooke. You answer.
I'm
too.
going to answer it. I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer something different than all you girls did.
All right, go.
Go. Be okay with rejection and failure. That is the thing that I was the most scared of, and the thing that once I accepted it, that I run after. I run after rejection and I run after failure, because you find out who belongs to you and who is meant to be with you, and the people that aren't, it's a good thing they're not.
Thank you, Brooke. Miss
All right.
Tennessee.
Okay. This question is coming from Christy. What is your number one tip to stay organized? Sarah.
Oh, God, I don't really have any tips. Work from lists. That's what I do. My lists are nowhere near organized, but I work from mini lists. Other than that, I would say, oh, Lord, get a calendar and make sure you're plugging into everything that's going on, and don't skip it or something. It wasn't very sound advice, but I'll try harder next time. The question was, we need to repeat the question. Brooke, please.
Yes. What is your number one tip to stay organized? Corri.
So I use a planner, and I keep all of my reach outs and then my follow-ups and then my invites on each day, and I track them, and everybody moves from a reach out list, so making connection and building a relationship, then they move into the follow-up list so that I can reconnect with them, and then they move into the invite list so that they are just progressively
10 seconds.
the connection.
Tanner, what's your best tip to be organized, to stay organized?
What I would say is, if it's not working for you, change it. Because I know there are pen and paper people like to use their computers, phones, whatever. You don't have to use what your upline is telling you to use. Everybody's brains works differently, and so if you're not liking something, if you're not keeping up with it, figure out something different and update it every single day. I have something that works for me now. It works a ton better when I take 5 minutes at the end of my power hour to update it. So.
What is my best tip to stay organized, to be organized? I agree with keeping a planner, and the reason why I agree with it is because I take lots of notes. I even have a notepad that I write my notes on that I need to go back to. The best thing about having a planner is that if you use it and you're in this business, like I'm hitting my 4th year, I have this is my 4th planner. So I have saved all of them. I can go back to 2 years ago, who I talked to in October 2 years ago, and I can revisit that. I can, mark them off forever.
Okay, time's up. Sorry, I didn't give you a warning.
That's okay. So find your way to be organized and run with it. All right. This question is from Sunny. What is the best way to move up rank? Sarah.
Okay, what I would say is to set a goal for yourself, a month goal, a date goal, and make it really like not crazy. It doesn't need to be a year from now. That's crazy. It needs to be like month by month. And if you don't hit it at the end of this month, you know you'll give it your all and work towards it every single day. And even if you fall a little bit short at the end of the month, you're 1 month closer to hitting it that way. Who's next?
Corri, what is your advice for moving up rank?
So I would just say keep it very basic and be very consistent in your vital behaviors, and don't be afraid to share the coaching opportunity. There's a reason that you were excited to join this and excited about being in this community of people. So remember that when you're inviting people, and share that, and then that will help you to grow your team.
Woo!
Tanner, what is your advice for moving up rank?
First of all, I would just let you know that it is a mindset. Everybody says that diamond's a mindset or whatever. Like, literally the day that you decide to hit the next rank is when you're really going to start to hit the next rank. And then also talk to more people than you were talking to before. So if you were just a coach and trying to hit emerald, you got to talk to more. If you were emerald trying to hit diamond, you got to talk to more. In order
10 seconds.
Somewhere you haven't gotten, you have to do something you haven't done. So talk to more people.
My advice for moving up rank is you need to make a list of 20 people, I would say 20 people that you want on your team, whether it's this year, next year, or the following year. That's your master list. You can have more people, you can have less people. But every single day, you need to be inviting a set number of people to join the business with you. The beginning stages of inviting people are simple. You just have to do it. It's just as simple as, I did this for a reason and I would love for you to join me. And then you talk to people about that. That's it for me.
Okay. Perfect timing. Nailed it.
All right. This question is, I'm going to say from Leah. What is the main thing to focus on when you are a new coach?
Who are you throwing it to?
Sarah, you're first, girl.
I go first? Okay. Let me start my own timer. The main thing to focus on when being a coach is not trying to, I think we've kind of said this, but not trying to figure it out before you start, is just starting and being a part of everything that you can. Be a sponge, take it all in, do what is said to do. Don't try to recreate the wheel, and participate in everything, be on calls, and do what you're told to do. That's all.
Corri, what is your advice?
I would say just be true to who you are. Let your personality shine through. Don't try to change who you are as a person, and be a product of the product. You know, make sure you're sharing your journey and you're going through that. You're maybe sharing your struggles and how you're working through them, but just be you and share your story every day. Tanner?
I definitely agree with Sarah. Just get going. They always say knowledge or whatever, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. So just get after it, and then stick it to the 3 vital behaviors. They're there for a reason. Keep it simple. Don't try to get flashy as a new coach. And then also, if you're overwhelmed, that's normal. If you're not overwhelmed, you're probably doing something wrong. So just realize that that's okay and stick to the basics, and you'll be fine.
My advice when you're a new coach is to not be... What is that? Sarah. Okay, my advice is...
Bloopers. I'll tell you after. Go on.
Is to lower your expectations. The primary things that you need to be doing is being a product of the product, because if you're going to even attempt to invite people to join this business or to join a challenge with you, you better be doing it yourself. You better be doing your workout. You better be drinking your shake. You better be figuring things out for yourself. Just roll with that. Just don't be overwhelmed with any of those things that you're starting with. Just have fun with it, make mistakes, and be happy with that so that you can share that with other people.
Okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it. 30 seconds on the dot.
Okay. I am scrolling our questions. How much more time do we have, girls?
We have time.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. This question is coming from Johnny. If you only had 30 minutes to work your business, what would you focus on? If time is limited. Busy, Sarah.
Okay, I'm gonna start. Okay, I would focus on adding contacts, sending messages, even if I could only catch up to them while I was on the toilet, making my posts non-negotiable. I mean, posting, that's it. That's like everything. And 10 minutes of personal development I'll throw in there because I think that that's really important and really huge.
Yeah. So I would say definitely adding to your list, reaching out and making new connections and actually following up with those people that you're adding to your list. Using your power of 3. So inviting at least 3 people, reaching out to at least 3 people, and adding at least 3 people every day, and then doing at least 10 minutes of personal development.
Same. I mean, that's exactly what I would say. So I'm not going to waste the time on that.
All right. That was 5 seconds. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Brooke.
Winner wins.
Oh my gosh, what was the question? I'm sitting here reading.
Wait, beforehand, doesn't anyone feel like what Miss America contestants really feel like? Because
It's a lot of pressure.
every time someone gives an answer after, you're like, I fucking should have said that.
Yes.
Mine is I don't have anything else to say.
That's good, but you would be disqualified by the judges. Okay, Brooke, your turn. Go.
Okay, if you only had 30 minutes to work the business, for me, I tell everyone posting on social media and doing your invites is a happy marriage. And if you're doing one without the other, you're going to get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're inviting people, they're going to come and look at what you're posting. If you're posting nothing, if you're sharing crap and you're sharing what other people are saying and you're not being you, you're not boldly being you, then they're not going to connect it to you. They're going to say, this crazy person is inviting me to do something and I don't even know who they are or what they're doing. So it has to be a marriage of both things. And if you just start there, if you only have 30 minutes to plan out your posts for the day and do your invites, then do that. Once you gain a little bit more time, then you better start adding to your market because you're going to run out of people.
All right. Is everyone taking notes? Because this is like awesome. I want to do this every week. What else did Johnny have to say, Brooke?
Oh, Johnny. Okay, here's another one from Johnny. I'm going to start with Tanner this time.
Oh, good.
All right. What would you tell someone that is interested, but they say, I never post on social media?
I would just maybe like relate that to one of your coaches who had went through that. And you know what? You can make up a story. I would just say, that reminds me of so-and-so. She was the same way, but actually when she started getting results with the programs and stuff, she started to get really motivated to post and blah, 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 blah. So I would just relate it to a story or make up a story and say, they felt that way too. And then they found that it was easy to do. So.
Corri, how about you?
Yeah, so I think using the feel, felt, found would be really great too. I mean, I don't know how much any of us really posted before becoming a coach, to be perfectly honest. Like, I don't think I really posted on Facebook except for maybe once a day about my son at the time. So, I would just share with them that, we would build their confidence and work with them on growing their confidence and sharing their story and take it one step at a time. I actually have a girl that's going through that right now that's never posted on social media really, and she's coming out of her shell really pretty easily. It's just taking it one step at a time and knowing that just because people don't either like or comment right away doesn't mean that they're not watching you, because I know even now I still have people come to me and say, I've been watching you for blah, 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 but they've never liked or commented on my post. And I think sharing that with people makes them feel a little bit better if they don't get a whole lot of likes and comments on their posts too.
Right.
Perfect.
Sarah.
Okay. I would say that I was hesitant too. I remember telling my friends, like, you're going to see a lot of posts from me. It's part of what I have to do as being a coach. But it all comes to you, and you all realize that it's for a good cause when the first person comes to you and says, you inspire me. Because of you, I switched from canola oil to coconut oil or something absolutely ridiculous that is going to make a difference in their life. And as small as it is, it's making a big difference every post you make.
For sure.
All right, go on, Brooke.
Okay. For me, the way that I tell people is the way that I do it. When I make a post, it is because I'm trying to reach one person. I don't care if I have 5,000 people that are following me. My post is to reach one person, and that's the one person that I'm trying to connect with. And so when you take it down a couple of notches and you think, I just want to reach one person, like I posted today on maybe and cutting back on your coffee and adding more, having more of an alkalinity lifestyle. And when you drink a lot of coffee, so I'm not trying to reach 1,000 people with that. I'm trying to reach the 1 or 2 moms that have no energy and they're living off of caffeine all day long. And, think about what you're posting about and who you're trying to reach. Because if it's too big, then it's not a good post. If it's trying to reach 20,000 people, it's too important for you to post. You've got to bring it down a lot of levels to get it more simple for you and more simple for other people. Okay, girls, I have some great news. I'm out of questions. So how about we open the panel up here, and you guys can ask questions that we maybe missed, something that's, hard
Ask us hard questions.
Yeah, hard questions.
We want to be put on the spot.
Everyone wants to be swatted.
I see you guys all taking notes, which is cool, because...
Okay, Leah's got one.
Okay, so I have a girl who, after I posted their day from my old sorority, just came to me and asked me to tell her more information on Shakeology and 21 Day Fix. Do you guys release price information to people right away? Because I sent her just a video that Brooke sent me a long time ago about Shakeology, the one with Tony talking about how great it is and everything that's in it and everything. Do you just give them that kind of information and wait for them to come back to you with questions about pricing, or do you give it all up front?
Anytime someone asks me about a program or about what I'm doing, or if they respond to an invite that I invite them to, I usually say, can I first ask you a couple questions? And I ask them 2 questions so I can know how to help them. Because if you're just throwing out information for them, you're not really finding out what their needs are and where they're at in their life. So I ask them 2 questions. I ask them, what do they struggle with more, eating clean daily or working out? And what is their health goals? Those 2 questions right there. And then when they respond to that, I'm able to connect them with the right thing. And most of the time it's the 21 Day Fix. It may not be the 21 Day Fix. But once you find that out, the biggest reason for that, and I got it from Brian Tracy's book, The Psychology of Selling.
5 seconds.
And when you do that, you already have their goals. So when you throw the price out, sometimes you don't even have to throw the price out, but when you throw it out, you've connected their want for change to the product, and they don't care how much it costs.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what commercials do.
Who's next?
Yeah, I do the same thing as Brooke said. I say, I'll just respond back, yeah, that's sure, I'd absolutely be happy to share some information with you. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions first? And when they respond, yes, that's fine, I'll say, could you tell me a little bit about what interests you about the program or what your health and fitness goals are? Then once they tell me what their goals are, I will ask them what they have tried, what has failed, and then I will ask them what they struggle with most, just like Brooke said. And then you make that emotional connection, that you provide value, and the money is not going to be an objection because you're connecting that emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
They want it, baby.
Yeah, you've got to keep control of the conversation for sure.
Tans, you want to go?
Yeah, I pretty much do the same thing. I don't give them any information until I make them tell me their goals and all that stuff too. I mean, I could repeat what they said, but I do the same thing. And then I will send them information about the program. And then what I usually do, I repeat their goals back to them. And I say, if I could help you do blah, 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 would you be ready to get started? And then if they're like, yeah, that'd be great. And I do give them the price before I send them the link because they're going to see the price anyway. And I would rather them hear the price from me than from the website. So I will say, let me just break down the price for you. And then I kind of give a list of the value of things and then what the actual sale price is.
I agree on all of those things. So the only thing that I would add is that I don't exactly what Tanner said. I don't send a link until they're basically begging me for it. And I break down the price before the link. And I also, regurgitate back to them their goals. I always ask their goals first. And I was going to say something else and I can't remember. And I think that's it. I mean, everything was really already said, but same.
Sweet.
What else we got?
Okay, I have an objection.
Okay.
Okay. So a friend of mine, and I would like, of course, your opinions on how to overcome this because I'm so new. I just started last week, and I have been in sales forever. So I understand the idea of sales and going for no and overcoming objections. So here it is. Okay, so I posted in my Facebook that I was starting the 21-day fix. And one of my best friends said, hey, I've seen you were doing it. I haven't talked to anyone really, my really, really close friend of my sister. She said, hey, I've seen you were doing the 21 fix. Are you doing it with Brooke, actually? And I said, yes, I love it. I've seen great results in just a week. I have been able to do things and push myself more than I have been able in years. Not really trying to say much there because I don't want to just word bomb it all over her because I don't know enough yet. But she said, she had asked me, I just can't get my mind set in the right direction. So how do you overcome the mindset objection? You're going to get a mindset objection, not a, I don't have the money, not a, whatever it is. This is a mindset. So how do I overcome that objection with lack of knowledge of the business?
Well, I think the best way to answer that is how you overcame it, because when we sat down and had our call, you didn't sign up immediately. It was something that you were deciding in your head and your heart, and you could just go through that same process with her and say, this is what I looked at, what I had in my life right now, and I looked at what I wanted. Mm-hmm. And however long it took me to get to that point is, different for everyone. But it's figuring out how long you want to stay here till you can get to right here. Because your desire, I posted in the challenge group today, your desire to change has to be greater than your desire to stay the same.
Right.
So until that's greater and that's heavier for you, you can't decide that for someone. Mm-hmm. So that's what you can say to her. That's what I usually say to people.
Okay.
I don't have anyone else.
I was just going to say, asking what their goals are, like we just talked about with the previous question, and asking her what that would mean to her when she reached those goals. What would life be like for her? How would she feel? What would life be like when she obtained that goal? And that's going to help her to make that connection too. Because like Brooke said, she has to be ready. Like there's really nothing that you can say other than helping her to work through it, just like you had to work through it yourself.
Mm-hmm. Tanner, you have anything?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Brooke and Corri. I mean, you can't push her. So, I mean, just be there for her, explain that to her, and then just keep checking in with her. Because you're a brand new coach. You're going to have these type of conversations that you're having with people. They're going to come back, and they're going to come back a month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months, a year. I have coaches that I was talking to from day one just signed up this last month, and I've been a coach for 2 years. So just put them on your follow-up list and keep being a friend until she's ready.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
I would say to agree on all of that, and also to not push her until she's completely ready, because that's where, you know, returns come from, and people who regret have like buyer's remorse. And this is not about buyer's remorse. And to the sales, you know, aspect of your life, this is going to be completely different. It's an emotional connection, and kind of steering her towards her emotions and whatever, and letting her come to that want to change more than she wants to stay the same before, you know, going any further. Anyone else have questions? Yes, go away.
Crazy.
He just loved you guys.
I was about to say that Sara was my favorite, but she is no longer my favorite.
Zach comes to a place where he can be not seen off the camera and creep on what's going on without being seen. It's the worst.
He can't even hear us because you have headphones in.
No, he can't. He wants to see who's here. Christine, do you have any questions? I know Christine contributed a bunch of her questions. I think she was mistaken for Christy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I don't have any additional questions, I don't think.
Okay, awesome. Anyone else?
I have a question for you guys. Since you're on this call, have you decided to write out goals for yourself? Here's the thing with learning all this information is you can learn, you can be on calls, and all of us can say that we've sat on calls and walked away and done nothing with it. So my challenge for you is to think about goals that you can make for yourself over this next week on the notes that you've just taken on how you're going to act on it and how you're going to take the advice of 4 imperfect diamond coaches that have not had a single perfect day in their entire coaching life, and we're still here. So you
started from the bottom, now we here.
So when you get off this call, take 5-10 minutes and write down some goals for yourself. Write down how many contacts you're going to add each day, how much time you're going to sit down and work the business each day, how many people you're going to invite to the business, how many people you're going to invite to do the challenge with you, because not everyone is ready to do the business. They're just not. So how many people will need help? How many people can you invite?
And then don't discriminate. Don't make the decision for anyone, no matter, you know, what they look like, where they come from, how much money they have, what their career is. You shouldn't make the decision for anyone that this is or is not for them.
That's something I'd like to add is, you know, you're setting your goals and you can go through the motions, but listening to my personal development, I actually made a call for my girls, or a live video in our team this morning is, are you just going through the motions? Like if you're sitting down and you're doing your power hour, or you're doing your power of 3s, are you putting your heart into it? And are you excited about helping people and really making those connections with people? Or are you just doing it to check it off your list? Because I will tell you, if you're just doing it to check it off your list, you're not going to find yourself moving anywhere. But when you put your heart into it and you're excited about helping people and you're excited about inviting people to join you, that's when you're going to see people being drawn to you and connected to you and wanting to join with you.
I think this was awesome.
I want to say too, from my experience with Brooke, I had no intentions of being a coach whatsoever. In fact, I felt I'm too busy. I have 5 kids. I just had a set of twins. There'll be one next week. I travel all the time. That was one thing I told Brooke. You know, I'm always traveling. I'm always very busy. So she just, I don't let people sell things to me. I will tell you that. I am a tough ass because I work in transportation, and that world is, you have to have thick skin. So I knew when she was talking to me that she was trying to sell me something. I knew it. But she's amazing. And she just the way that what drew me into Brooke, and I know we all don't have time for this, but what drew me into Brooke was her spirit. And I told her that. I said, I followed you, and I'm never on Facebook, and I would see Brooke, and I'm like, what? There's Brooke. And she was just such a Christian lady, loved it. She had all the spirit. So anyways, but the way that she talked, and I wish I had recorded our phone call.
Oh.
What she did to sell me, the day I got my package, I became a product of the product. I mean, the day. And I get up early. I'm all about it. I carry my little lunches to work. I carry them everywhere. They're in my car. I have celery everywhere. I have sugar snap peas, snow snap peas, whatever they're. Anyways, but it's amazing what you think in your head that you will not allow, but people like Brooke. So I think that, and all the other diamonds, I'm not familiar with you guys. I love Leah. I've seen Leah so much. She's an inspiration to me. Her smile just lights up my morning, my day. It's amazing. But that is what gets people. I'm new, so I can say that. I'm an outsider right now, so I can say just that. What Brooke told me is, I'm selling a lifestyle. I'm selling a whatever it is. It's not it. I want people to want that. I want people to have that enriched whatever. I'm using different words than she did. So of course, if I had recorded that's what sold me. And I got started. So I want to say that. So.
Oh, thank you, Sunny.
That is so sweet. And to be honest, this business is a business of duplicating what you see. And I know that for me, April, on a week that I was giving up on everything and my life was completely turned upside down, April sent me a voice message and she said, I believe in you and I know you can do this, and I'm here for you, and whatever it takes, you can get through this. And that's what kept me in this business. And it's being there for people and being a genuine heart and not going for the sale, but just being there to believe, for the belief in being able to change someone's entire life. And I think that is a perfect note to wrap this on. Mm-hmm. But everything about this is duplicating from which you came, to be honest. And I think that's amazing.
Thank you guys for being on the call. We love you all.
We do. Thank you all. And thank you girls for helping to lead and to do these last few weeks.
This is a call to watch. We tag all of your accountability buddies in it because this is where it's at. And I think Brooke is good on another 10 years of coaching for all that you said, girl, because she's about to go and cry on her little couch.
Well, okay, let me say one more thing. With what Sunny said, you don't want to ever apologize for who you are. You will reach the right people for being who you are. You don't have to be like someone else. You don't have to compare yourself to someone else. So when you walk away from this tonight, you see all four of us, be who you are. Don't compare yourself to us. Don't look at us and think, I could never do what they're doing because they have X, Y, and Z. You have to be who you are and grow that person that you are inside of you. So this is a night to remember, girls. Thank you
for real.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.
Thanks, girls and guys. Good night.
Night.